Roland Willits, Old Men Stories. I'm here today with Charley Sandage. And Charley's doing this song with Sam. What was
Old Sam.
Old Sam.
Old Sam. Although, actually, at the time I wrote the song, he wasn't all that old.
Oh, is that right?
He got old later. Well, this was, I think, about 74. I was living on the other end of the Mountain View community in Stone County, and my neighbor up the road, Otis bred competition coon dogs.
Coon?
This is serious business.
It is here.
And you know, there's this competition where you go out with your dog, and you have to listen to the sound he's making, whether he's trailing, whether he is trailing a coon, whether he's treed, all that kind of thing. And the interaction between the handler and the dog is what wins trophies. So anyway, he raised dogs for that, and they're pretty expensive critters. Well, somehow or another, his prized dog got connected with he was a black and tan.
Right.
And he somehow accidentally got hooked up with a blue tick mama dog.
Well, okay, well, accidentally.
And the resulting litter was not one that Otis was going to be able to
sell.
So we'd talked about hound dogs before. I basically grew up with one, my dad's. And he told me that, okay, you can have your pick of this litter. So he called me up when the litter was born, and I went on up half a mile up the road. And he sort of dumped this little bundle of, this little mass of puppies out on the ground. They were all kind of walled up together. But there was this one that dragged himself out of the pile, and I saw he was about half again longer than the others. And he yawned real big and went to sleep. I said, that's my dog. So sure enough, I went and got Sam a little later. And I love to be in the woods, but I really don't hunt to speak of, and I never bothered to try to train him for anything. I just let Sam be Sam. And I've always said that the song I wrote about him was the easiest one I ever wrote, because all I did was write down what Sam did over a 24-hour period.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
He turned out to be a big dog for either blue tick or black and tan. There's a line in there about hearing him run with others, and he's singing out front, they're hollering behind. And what would happen is there was a creek and a hollow, and then the ridge up there. And sometimes at night I would just go out on the porch and listen. And sure enough, up along the ridge you'd hear boo, 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 boo. And then, always inevitably, what would seem like maybe 100 yards ahead of the pack, it would be boo. That was Sam opening up. Sam was a bass.
Oh, okay.
And so you always knew where Sam was.
That's so cool. That is just a story. So Sam was a bass singer. You could have had him. You could have had him singing the bass in any howling contest.
Exactly.
Did he sing? Did he ever howl when you sang?
As a matter of fact, he did. He certainly did. Yeah, he would join in. But I always thought, after watching Sam, who his cycle was just writing a song, he would sleep on his toe sack there on the porch, and he would get up and stretch and yawn and do that deal, and he would stop by and get something to eat, and he'd head off across the creek into the woods. After a while, he'd come back in. Sort of 3 or 4 hour cycles, all around the clock, night and day, doing just exactly what he wanted to do. And I figured out after that if I was just real good, that one of these days I might be rewarded by getting to come back be a hound dog and live that life.
Well, that is, actually, if you get the right owner, that is a nice life.
Yeah, and he, I got out of him exactly what you want from your favorite dog, and he got out of me exactly what he wanted. Was fed and pet and left alone.
That is so cool. And how long did he stay with you?
Not nearly long enough. We moved I don't know, I moved, 7 or 8 years later, I guess, I wound up at a place in town. And so I had to let him stay with somebody else. And eventually, he left us. So it didn't get to spend a long
time. That happens in our lives.
Yeah. But there was no way that dog was going to be urban.
That was not an urban dog.
That ain't happening. But that's honestly out of all the songs I've written. That's at least in my top 5. I love to do that one just because old Sam was a good friend.
That is nice. We'll listen to Old Sam. Roland Willits, Old Men Stories.
Charley Sandage, Old Men Stories.
Thank you.